is up, everybody? Your boy is back on the grind one more time. You know your boy is back at it again. And today, with it being Friday, you guys know I'm gonna see you every Friday. This is my day, kind of to myself, where I can get some stuff done in the garage working on the LSA build. So with that being said, I am gonna ask a favor. You guys definitely like this video for me, y'all. The channel is growing and I am seeing the growth in the numbers of subscribers and just the activity on every video that I post. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you. That'll just help continue the channel to grow. I have no idea how I can get my views up. My views have always been really low, and I've had numerous comments and messages from you guys saying, man, I don't know how your channel isn't any bigger than it already is, or whatnot, and I don't know how to get there either. But you know, if I did research and everything on how to be a better YouTuber and whatnot, I probably could kind of figure it out. But with this really just being my hobby and kind of like my go-to getaway, and I just love to make these videos and love to just show people kind of what I can do and how I do it, in hopes that it'll help somebody else. That's what it's really all about. So I just wanted to kind of be more organic, and then, you know, kind of just perfect my craft and skills as far as talking to the camera, being a better YouTuber, things like that. But I just want to let it kind of grow organically and just really have my followers follow me for me and not have a lot of ghost followers, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, again, let me go ahead and flip this camera around so we can show you guys what we got going down today. All right, you guys, so here we go. Here is today's projects on the build. If you tuned into my last video, you will have seen that we did the fuel system. We also remote located the power steering, fluid reservoir, and all I have to do now is go in and kind of tighten everything down, and then those should be good to go, because I've never tightened the fittings down on the fuel lines or actually on the lines for the reservoir. So that's first things first. After that's done, I think what we're gonna do is finish the routing of the hoses that go to the lid, and then I'm so excited about this, you guys. The throttle body is going on today, hopefully. So I think that's kind of like the final piece of just the build, just in general. Like when that throttle body is on, it's actually gonna look like an LSA in a box Chevy. Man, oh man, I can't wait to get that thing on, and I will show you guys that throttle body here in a moment. But really just kind of just taking one step to the next, and then as I get closer and closer and closer, this is kind of one big final piece of what I have left, and just clean up the wiring, and then we should be good. Also, the reason why I don't actually have these attached right now, I have these little 90-degree bends and they fit perfectly. I had to go with these style bends on it. Now, the reason why is because not only are they longer and just bigger, they give me a little bit more room to sit out away from the lid, and that is all because of this engine cover. I really want to be able to run this engine cover and take it off if I want. So like if I go to a show, I can have it on, or if I want to go to a show and I want to take it off and not have it, then I can just take it off. With these on there, like so, then it makes the hoses actually come out right here. And with that being said, you can see how it hits the bottom of the lid here, and it also will hit the fuel rail. And this portion of the engine cover actually goes over the fuel rail, and if that's the case, then the engine cover won't be able to close all the way or sit down all the way, and it'll kind of be sitting like, you know, lopsided. The reason why I have these is because this allows it to sit out far enough where I can just be able to just tilt this down like so, and then the hose will instead ride right down here, and then it'll tuck over behind the radiator, and then the engine cover will be able to set down. The only thing I would have to do, I just need a one of these. So I have a 3/4 to 3/4 that I can just splice them together, and then that should be good to go. So yeah, I bought these with a different thought in mind, but I had to get these to mate the 90-degree hose into this hose end, so it'll sit just like so, and then this one will sit on top of it. And then I've already kind of test fitted it, routing the hoses that way, and that does actually sit on there, so that is perfect. So we got to attack that. And then there's a modification that I have to do to my throttle body bracket that I bought from Holley, and I will show you guys actually right now. All right, you guys, what is up? What is up? Here on the workbench, we got what we need to attack today's project. So we have a LS throttle body, and this is cable driven, and we also have the throttle cable bracket that I'm going to need. Oh, I actually am going to have to modify or run a new throttle cable, but that'll be another portion of it. So this right here, I'll go ahead and show you first. Now this is from Holley, part number, what is it? I guess 20-148. It's a throttle body cable bracket. And if I would have known, I guess there's a couple manufacturers that make these. I figured only maybe Holley had them, but when I looked on eBay, I actually saw a bunch of them. So this doesn't go with it. I actually just have that in there. So this is actually the throttle body bracket right here. And it comes with gaskets and everything. So this is the main portion of it. And what it does is the gaskets just sit in between this like so. And then you sandwich it in between the blower and the throttle body, and it seals it like that. It'll go just like this, and then this piece of the bracket is the piece that holds the main part of the throttle cable in. So something similar, I would imagine, something like this, or maybe this way. Either way, probably this way actually. So, and then you can adjust it front to back however you need with the hardware that it provides. So it does have provisions, to my knowledge, for cruise and throttle cable, pedal cable itself. So I forgot how much it was. I think it was like 100 something, but then I seen it on eBay from another company for like 20 bucks. I'm like, man, I paid all that money. But actually I got it during holidays sale, and so it ended up not being that much. I think it was actually a little bit cheaper. So now I'm gonna have to make a modification to this because there's a vacuum port on the blower lid. I think it's the vacuum port that you hook up the hose that goes to the booster. It actually hits it right here. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably kind of notch it out a little bit, and yeah, just another another thing I have to battle and do. And this right here, very, very nice piece. I saw this from another YouTuber. I forgot his name. I don't even know his name. But I saw that he actually didn't buy this. He was sent this by another YouTuber who wasn't able to use it. And so he did a product review on it. And it's actually a company out of Fresno, California. I never heard of them before, but I do remember seeing this because I remember this WARR on top of the throttle body. This is the part number right here. Now this is without the vent tube, and I'll show you here in a moment what that means. Part number W92LS-V like Victor, P like Paul. Open it up. Has you know, your different directions, descriptions, things like that. It does come with a 92 millimeter and a 102 millimeter throttle bodies. Send you a nice sticker. And this would be it right here. Some hardware to mount it up. And now this was actually zipped or sealed closed. I actually opened it already when I first got it. But yeah, ooh-wee. Look at that. But yeah, you guys, look at this here. Ooh, this is a nice piece right here. I think this was about, now the reason, well, let me back up. The reason why I got this one is because it was kind of like a middle of the road price. It wasn't the 300 and something odd dollars for, you know, the Nick Williams or that style ones that are a lot of money that are good pieces, and it wasn't like the cheapo ones from like Amazon or eBay. Like, I didn't want to go that route, even though there's nothing wrong with those. People have a lot of success with those. I just figured, well, this is kind of middle of the road. I saw a good review on it, so might as well just pick it up. It took a little bit of time to get here, probably about a week, but it wasn't too bad since I wasn't working on the car anyway. And yeah, so WARR Performance. So if you go to warperformance.com, you'll be able to go to their website and check it out. Also, I got this off Amazon, so they are on Amazon too. This is the 92mm one. So that's how I got that one. I didn't go with the 102 because I had heard of issues with it, with the throttle body butterfly opening, because the snout, the blower is actually not 102. It's actually, I think it ends up being about 93 max or something like that, 93mm, I'm not sure. But this 92 will allow for the butterfly to fully open, where the 102 wouldn't. So I would actually have to get the blower ported if I wanted to go run 102. So this is why I went with that one. Anyways, it's plenty for me. This is such a nice piece and I'm super excited about it. What I'll probably do too is take these screws out and Loctite them. That's one thing that you should probably do with any aftermarket throttle body, is take those out and Loctite them, because I don't know if you heard, but those can back out, especially on a lot of aftermarket ones. And you don't want that to happen, because if you open it up and then it falls in your inside your engine, that can destroy your engine. So anyways, that's pretty much what I have planned for today. I think first things first, I'm gonna, again, like I said, go and tighten all those fittings and everything for the fuel lines and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll go ahead and attack this piece right here, get that notched out, and then try to get this thing installed. Oh, and I will have to take my other throttle body positioning sensor and my IAC and put those in also there. Just take them from my old one, and those should go right in there. So anyways, you guys, let me go ahead and get to it.
And then drill a bigger hole out after that.
Let me go ahead and speed this up. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and step drilled it. I put a pilot hole in there, and now I got one that's about the width of the tip of this. Hey, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and go test fit it and see how it looks. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and test fit it. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is what I was talking about here. So this is the little stud that helps the, that snaps into the little rubber grommet or whatever that's on the engine cover. But looks like it does fit. It barely goes on. And then all the holes line up for the throttle body. And then there she is. I'll probably just notch this out off camera, so you don't want to bore you guys with that. All right, you guys, so I'm back and it fits like a glove. All right, y'all, so this is what we're looking at here. Let me see if I can kind of line up the lines. The little holes a little bit there. So that's probably about as close as I can get with one hand. But as you guys can see, if you see what I'm talking about right here, it's almost, seems like it's kind of butting up with it, but I think when I put the gasket behind it, that'll give me just a little bit more clearance and we'll be good. But as you can see, it's a lot bigger on the back side. I had to make it that big in order to fit that part of the stud at the top. See how it's fatter at the top? So I had to do that. And then this is the part where the hose, I can push it with my camera. You guys can see where I notched it out right there. So the hose, although it's bending over towards the bracket, still a lot of room. So I think we plenty good, y'all. I think we plenty good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up. We'll go ahead and get it on and shoot, man. We off to the next steps. Woo, yeah. All right, you guys, so I got my new throttle body and all the sensors off my old throttle body. And now I'm about to put them on. So this is the TPS sensor, throttle body position sensor, and that's the O-ring for it. There's no real like set place where it looks like it kind of just sets in there. I'm just gonna kind of center it out and just kind of let it be. And then this also has a gasket around the outer edge here. But you have this D-shaped little shaft here. There's only one way you can put it in. Bow. Crazy way of putting this in. It just goes one way. And then you just put the screws in. Plug these down. Then you have your IAC. This part right here, where it has that little notch, was pointed up. So I'm just gonna assume that it goes the same way. Just like so. Now this is a brand new one, GM IAC, AC Delco brand. I didn't want to cheap out on that because a lot of times when you cheap out on those types of sensors, they're not very good. I'm not gonna sit here and try to over tighten these. This is a little bit more sturdy. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. That's that. I think that's gonna turn out really nice in there. What I'm doing right now is I'm about to paint the throttle body bracket, so I'm not able to put it on quite yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the throttle body bracket right now and just kind of let it sit. Then I might just start attacking the coolant hoses for the Z01 lid. So let's go ahead and knock that out. All right, y'all. So here we are here attacking these here on the lid, kind of temporarily. Thing is routed good and okay and how I want it. So again, I got these little 90-degree bends here, and then my thought was to kind of point them downward and then just have the hoses come out that way. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make this work. This is my out portion to the makeshift ice box slash reservoir, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of cut everything to size and just really see if we can get it to make it work. So what I did is went ahead and put a little water on it so it'll slide in there a little bit easier, hopefully. All right. Should be good there. All right, so that's in there. Straight cut as I can. There. This could be pointing down. I'm gonna cut this to fit. All right, y'all, so I have been off camera just doing some small odds and ends. I was getting the top radiator hose all strapped down and all clamped down and good to go. So I got this piece here that sits in between the radiator hose. Originally the hose was a little too short, and I thought that maybe if I can cut it in half and put one of those couplers in between, that I could make it work, and sure enough I did. The original coupler that I got was still actually a little short. It was about 3 inches. And then I thought, well, maybe I could put like this little bleeder piece in here, and I've seen these before. So I just went to Amazon, and they had them for really cheap, like next day shipping. So I got this. It has a little bleeder screw or a bleeder fitting inside of it. And instead of running this hose all the way to the radiator, which is no problem, I thought that maybe I could just take advantage, get this piece here, and I was hoping that it would be wide enough that it would pretty much create the length of the top radiator hose that I need. And sure enough, it worked. And I had to buy this fitting separately, and I just tied it in to the existing hose that I already had. This is the vent tube for the steam ports that come off the heads. This LS engines, they need that. So yeah, I ended up making it work, and man, it looks, I was worried that it was gonna look tacky, but it actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this clamped down. Oh, as you guys can see, the engine cover's on. I got it to fit, and man, does it fit great. Everything fits perfectly. I was able to make the hoses work out okay. I got this all painted. Looks pretty much factory, you guys. Yep. So, man, I'm starting to be a fabricator here. What y'all think, man? Get in the comments, y'all. Let me know. Is your boy a full-on fabricator or what? Man, I love doing this kind of stuff, man. I would say that I wouldn't want to do this as a career. I guess if I had to, I would. Nothing against it. You know, I just kind of just like to do this for myself as a hobby. But I love being able to just get out here and just let my mind just kind of just run free, so to speak. And yeah, man, I just really enjoy out here just wrenching on my own stuff. It's your boy. Man, y'all get in the comments, y'all. Let me know what you think. Ooh. Let me know what you think right now, man. Oh man, this thing is coming together. All right, look at that. Man, look how far we done came today. Look at this thing. Oh man. Oh, look at this thing, man. Whew. I don't even want to know. See, I can't even talk, y'all. I don't even know what to say. I am speechless. I'm speechless. We are almost there. All right, almost there. Pretty much all the mechanical parts are done. I just have to do some small things, like I got to put these clips on around some of the hoses that go to the heat exchanger, but all the plumbing is ran, all the hoses are ran from what I can think of. Man, that is pretty much it. I have to install my catch can, so I still have to do that, and it's really just some small items. What's probably gonna take me a little bit of time though is some of the wiring, cleaning up some of the wiring, just really running it to make it look nice and neat. I have some really nice loom to get rid of some of that plastic loom, kind of like that, at least on most things in here. As you can see, I've already took a lot of that plastic loom off. But just really just kind of just wiring some of the more tedious type things, and I'm going to run the wires so they're pretty much nice and neat, and just to kind of make everything look streamlined. I'm pretty happy because I don't think I'm going to have to trim this piece right here. I'm going to see kind of like how it works out, but it's down and it's snapped in and everything is good. I already know the hood closes because I actually tried to close the hood one time before with it on, and it does fit, which I'm happy about, because on my truck style intake and with the old setup in here, the hood wouldn't close with the cover on. So that's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to have to notch this part out. We'll see. I'm gonna ride with it and kind of see if it's rubbing on it too much on the hose, then I'll end up just kind of shaving it off. This side is good over here. This side I might have to cut out. I don't know if you guys can see, but if you look at it from the front, you kind of see how it's straight, and then it bows back a little bit there. That's because it's rubbing against that trans dipstick there. So I might have to notch that out. I will have to clean up this area here. As you can see, I just used some snips to kind of cut it out to clear that part of the fuel rail, but I will clean that up as well. I'll probably have to do something about this vent piece. I'm gonna mount my catch can right here. This is where I kept it before, right here. So now I already have the hoses long enough to reach the areas that I need them to go. So other than that, y'all, yeah, it's really just kind of just cleaning up and just making sure everything is ran properly. And I'm sure there'll be some other odds and ends. I still have to hook up the wiring to the pump, the heat exchanger pump, but like I said, it's just pretty much just wiring left, making the wires look good, and filling the system up, filling the system up with coolant for the whole blower setup and everything, and then putting fluid in the reservoir for the power steering. I do have to put coolant back in the radiator, so I probably will make myself a list. I have a list of important things up here that I need to do. And I have to put the fuel pressure regulator gauge on there, so that little fitting that's in the front, that gold fitting there, I'll take that out and I have a gauge that'll sit right in there. And other than that, yeah, it's just really just chipping away at it. We made big strides today, and I'm really happy how far we have come. Super excited, y'all, and this thing is looking amazing, y'all, amazing, and I'm totally happy with it, man. I don't even know what to say. It's just it's for me, it's such an accomplishment to get projects like this done, and for coming from somebody where it is not my trade, but I can turn a wrench and figure out how to do things is awesome. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna end on a high note, and then I probably won't be able to get back to this probably till next week, possibly this weekend, but we are actually getting some of the winter storms that the rest of the country has been getting, and it's finally kind of moved over to the Pacific Northwest, but it is supposed to snow today, so, and we're supposed to be getting a pretty big dose of it. Luckily, most of us are accustomed to it, but it's cold, and I have the heaters on full blast, and it's been still cold. I mean, it's hard for the heaters to keep up, so it's starting to get really cold now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, end this on a high note, come back and revisit it later. But you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that good stuff, y'all. Stick with me. You know we got it. Till next time, deuces.